Hello, Bulldogs. I want to talk to you about our return to full face-to-face learning on Monday, April 12th. First, we're all excited to finally getting back to school being more regular and familiar. It's been a long time, and it's going to be great having our school back together. If you think about it, Monday the 12th is going to be like having another first day of school in that we're going to need to work some things out and settle in again. The good news is, at this point, adjusting is something we've all gotten pretty good at. So here's some things we need to think about for Monday and beyond. And remember, the goal isn't just to come back, the goal is to come back and then stay back. First up, masks and distancing are still in effect. Hooray, I know. Keep your mask up, including over your nose. We've been doing a pretty good job with this, and we need to continue to do so. Masks aren't really a change, but it becomes even more important now that there's more of us in the building at the same time. The good news is that distancing doesn't have to be 6 feet anymore, only 3 feet. Make sure you're staying 3 feet away from others throughout the day, and if you have to be within 3 feet for some reason, it is that for less than 15 minutes. Basically, it's just maintaining your personal space that amounts to being 36 inches away from someone. If you maintain your distance or more, you will limit your exposure to someone who may be sick and you get to stay in school. To help with this, you're going to see a lot more plexiglass and barriers in classes and at lunch than before, so just roll with them as you have done in the past. Speaking of lunches, you're going to need to sign up for a lunch in Flex. The lunch in the Commons will continue as usual, but the number of students permitted in that area will be expanded to nearly 200 or so per lunch. If you try to sign up for a lunch and it doesn't let you, that means that the lunch is full and you need to select another. Ninth grade students still eat a lunch. You just need to sign up for it. Lunch in the Growler will be open to juniors and seniors only and will be capped each day at 40 students per lunch. The room across the library will not be open or used for lunches at this time. Lunch outside the Commons will be expanded, and we are adding more tables outside. So anytime it is nice outside, you can go out and eat out there. If you're eating lunch with a teacher, you will need to sign up for the lunch activity they have created in Flex. These will be capped by the teacher and only open at the discretion of the teacher for specific students who have signed up for it. Food will only be served out of the Commons, and there will be specific lines for those who have lunch ID cards, those getting only a la carte items, and then the regular lunch line without IDs. Having your ID makes everything go faster, so consider taking a picture of your ID with your phone and having it ready to go at lunchtime. If you don't have an ID on you, it isn't the cashier's fault, so don't complain if that line goes a little bit slower. With everyone back, the parking lot is going to be a lot more crowded than it currently is right now. Although I know people get territorial about specific parking spots being theirs, we do not have assigned spots. Please don't bicker over spots. Just find one, work it out, and head on into school. Speaking of transportation, your parents or guardians will be receiving an email from the transportation department about bus pickups and drop-off times. Your bus may or may not have changed. Just make sure you know your specific transportation details and ask your parents about it. Just like the first couple of days of school, it will likely take a day or two for busing to settle in as drivers adjust to potentially new or altered routes. In other news, for 9th and 10th graders, Keystone testing is back on. We'll have a testing window in May for the first semester students and in June for students taking it now. Stay tuned for more information on that. In closing, I want to talk a little bit about April 12th itself. We've set some time aside this day to allow students and teachers to reconnect. In reality, we haven't been all together in just under a year, and that's a pretty long time to be apart. So during the afternoon on Monday, you're going to have the opportunity to spend some time with your friends and classmates, reconnecting or engaging in some activities or club-like activities. And then we're going to go out and have an outside pep rally featuring some fun events such as knockerball, a giant knockerball game, to name just one. If you're interested in playing knockerball, you're going to need to sign a waiver, so we'll get that out to you. It is important that we spend some time together as a Big Spring high school family. Be sure to maintain mask and distancing protocols during this time in the afternoon. Details will be coming from and Mr. will be coming soon, and Mr. Penner will be sending out waiver information for the rock climbing wall as well as knuckleball. Thanks, and I can't wait to see you all on Monday.